Good morning, motivators. My name is Taren. If you are wondering how much you need to train every single week and how many weeks you need to train to get ready for a half marathon, we've built some really cool calculators that can help you make sure that you are going to have a really good experience come race day. I remember the very first half marathon that I did, going into it fairly unprepared, just thinking, I'm a fit guy, I can get through this. And I finished in an hour and 53 minutes, which on the surface you'd say, hey, for your first half marathon, not bad, but it was so extremely painful, filled with walking and overheating, cramped legs, and a whole lot of pain in the weeks following that I wasn't very happy with that. Fast forward to the year later, I went into that same half marathon and did a 1:36. A couple months later, I did a 1:32. What changed wasn't that I lost a ton of weight or that I did a huge amount more training or I went to some run training clinic and made huge changes. I just changed the preparation and the structure of my workout plan. So we're going to share with you how to structure your workout plan no matter what your goals are to make sure that you hit those goals and have a good race day experience. So I'll link to this article in the description below, but we created this calculator here where you can input all kinds of races, triathlons, running races, cycling races, duathlons, swim runs, because these are all sports that in our Motive training app, we support training plans for. All encompassing, takes care of all of your training right from start to finish, includes your mobility training, your strength training, your nutrition guidance, all of that. But if you just want to see how much you need to train, how many months ahead of time you need to start training and how many hours you need to train each week, you can use this calculator. So the link will be in the description below. So let's go through a couple of scenarios here. Let's go to running, let's set it to half marathon, and let's say you are no background, just coming off the couch and all you want to do is finish the race. It's gonna take you about 6 months of training, about 3 to 5 hours per week. That's it. But let's say you have a modest background. Modest meaning, let's say you were an MMA person, so you were fit, you were healthy, but in an unrelated sport. That's gonna take you 3 months, still the 3 to 5 hours. If you have an elite background, being a really good endurance base, you were an elite swimmer or a cyclist in that case, just 1 month. You'll pick it up right away. But we can do the same for different goals. So that first goal is just finish, just get across the finish line. But what if you want to finish feeling strong and feeling in control of the race? Well, then it's going to take you 8 months of training from no background, 5 to 6 hours. From a modest background, about 6 months, 5 to 6 hours a week. From an elite background, about 3 months, 5 to 6 hours a week. And then finally, what if you want to compete? You want to see how far you can go in a sport. From no background, it's probably going to take you about 15 months. That's really good quality training for 15 months. You can make a world of difference in that 15 months. From a modest background, about 12 months, and from an elite background, about 6 months at 6 to 7 hours of training. The next question you're going to ask, I'm sure, is how does that training look? Do I just go and run for 6 to 7 hours? No. In our Motive training app, we give guidance so that it's not just, hey, take your pick on how much you want to train. We want to make sure that you are getting to whatever goal it is that you have. So when you're adding a race, be it awesome half marathon, and set it for a ways out whenever it is, and add that half marathon, we are then going to give you a cue for how much training it's roughly going to take, how many average hours a week it's going to take, and what your training plan is going to look like. So if you want to do the absolute minimum amount of training, and we give you the cue of you are just going to cross the finish line at that point. But if you want to take it all the way up for heading to the podium, over the course of a year, your average training being 6.25 hours per week, it's only going to take 6 workouts per week. In the middle, we're looking at just 4 workouts per week. You don't have to run constantly year round. These are actually the training plans that have been created by Ryan Hall's coaching company, Run Free Training, for the Motive training app. If you want dedicated one-on-one training and don't mind paying a bunch for it, go to Run Free Training. If you want a training plan that's done for you and save a bunch of money, you can use our app for it and still get that good quality training from Run Free. But let's take an average week, somewhere in the finish feeling strong. This is 5 workouts per week, very attainable for most people. What we've put together is on Wednesday, there's a 30-minute kettlebell strength session that is specifically designed for endurance athletes. We have a steady tempo-based run in the middle of the week on Thursday, ranging from 50 to 120 minutes. We have an intense run ranging from 40 to 80 minutes on Tuesday, an easy, just low intensity general fitness building run of 30 to 60 minutes on Saturday, and then a main run of 50 to 120 minutes, 2 hours on Sunday. Simple as that. And if you went and added that customized training plan, it would go and calculate and set itself up specifically for your inputs and the date of the race that you've input. And then when you go over to your training plan, it's not just, oh, do a steady run for 50 to 70 minutes. It's a steady run and you can click on it and all of your details are in there for every single run, so you know exactly what to do. All you gotta do is the hard part, show up. So motivators, I hope that that's helped you understand roughly how many months of training it requires to get ready for a half marathon, how many hours of training it's going to take in a week. Caveat, all of those calculations of months that you can expect to train to reach those goals are based on having a really good training plan. If you want a really good training plan, we know a great place to do it. It's the Motive Training app. There is a link in the description below. You can check it out for free for 14 days. And if you like it, stick around. Other than that, if you found this helpful, hit the like button below. Later, motivators.